to 7. This is a video meant to understand the concepts of what is coefficient, what is a variable, what is a constant. So let's just begin. Let us consider an example, 5x plus 7. But before this, I would like you to learn a very basic thing, what is a variable. What is variable? Any algebraic term, a, b, c, x, y, z, whose values keeps on changing. ऐसा कोई भी वेरिएबल जिसकी वैल्यू बदलती रहती है, ऐसा कोई भी अल्फाबेट जिसकी वैल्यू बदलती रहती है, उसे वेरिएबल कहते हैं. So now we know a concept that x over here is a variable. Okay. Another term that I used over here is coefficient. What is coefficient? Coefficient is a numerical value. ऐसी कोई number जो कि associated हो किसी variable के साथ. For example, in this equation 5x plus 7, 5 is a coefficient. Why? Because it is associated with a variable with an algebraic term which is x. Third term is constant. Constant is any number that is associated in an algebraic expression. तो किसी भी algebraic expression के तीन basic concepts हैं. First is variable, that is any alphabet whose value has to be determined or determined. कोई भी ऐसी value जिसको हमें determine करना है वो variable हो गया. Variable के साथ जो associated number है, numerical value है, that is a coefficient. And जो भी number उसके साथ उस expression में है वो constant है. So these are the basic terms that you should know before we switch over to doing various operations on algebraic expressions. Now, उससे पहले another very important topic that we need to discuss is types of algebraic expressions. Now algebraic expressions बहुत तरीके के हो सकते हैं. Now ये जो types है या तरीके हैं ये depend करते हैं कितने algebraic terms हैं हमारे पास. So there are various algebraic expressions that we're going to learn, and amongst them is first is monomial. Mono, I've already taught my students and everybody should know that mono is it means single term. Mono मतलब single है. तो single term अगर है, for example, if we have 5x, so this is a single term. Yes, it is a single term which has just a coefficient and a variable. Now commonly there is a question which is being asked for algebra, where is the multiplication? If these terms are multiplied, why is it that multiplication sign is not used? Because this is an algebraic expression. This is an algebra, or this is an unknown value whose relationship with the coefficient is known to be multiplied. That is 5x can also be said as 5 into x. So monomial क्या होते हैं? Monomial है single term होता है जिसमें जैसे कि 5x है और इसमें सिर्फ एक coefficient or variable होगा. So 5x is a monomial, whereas if there would have been a constant with it, it would have turned to be a binomial. So we'll discuss that later, but of course you should know what is a monomial. Okay, so we were studying about monomial, binomial and trinomial. So monomial we've already studied in the last video that monomial is actually any algebraic expression with just one term. Now this is one term. This is one term. That is 5x. 5 is a coefficient, x is a variable. So one term is called monomial. If we have more than one term, that is two terms is there. You can see two terms are there, 5x and 6y. So there are two terms and that is why it's binomial. Trinomial, we can see 5x plus 6y plus 3z. So we have three terms over here. So that's a trinomial. And this is just a first exercise of class 6 ICSE board. So I've taught this. You can actually do the first exercise now. Another very important thing that you need to know is the like terms. Now why is it important? I'll tell you. Like terms क्या होते हैं? Like you know. In English it means एक जैसे. So similar terms like terms हो गए. That is 5x or 8x like terms हैं, जबकि 7x and 8y like terms नहीं हैं. Now why is it important to learn this? Now the question arises. The answer to it is कि अगर हमें कोई operation करने, for example addition है, subtraction है, multiplication और division करनी है, or solving of any algebraic expression, it is very important that we know to recognize how to recognize like terms. That is, any such operation, any such arithmetic operation of addition, subtraction, multiplication and division is only possible if we know which are the like terms and which are not. If we have to add like terms, I'll tell you in the next video how to add the like terms. Okay. So now this is one thing that we're going to learn is addition. Addition of the algebraic expressions. Simple. We'll take monomial first. 3x plus 5x. So these are the like terms. Yes, in the last class I told you these are the like terms. So 3x plus 5x is 8x. Simple addition. We know how to add. What are we going to do is we're going to add the coefficients together. 3 plus 5 is 8, and then we're going to place the variable. Second type of an example that we can take is 13x plus 7y. You're going to add this expression to this expression. Are you going to do that? I've already told you, you're going to identify the like terms. 13x and 2x are the like terms. You're going to add 13 to 2, that is 15. And you're going to put the algebraic term, that is the variable, by its side, that is 15x. Another thing, 7y and 6y. So they are not like terms, they are not going to be added. You're going to just place them with the answer. Third example, 8x plus 7y is to be added to another such example, 9x plus 3y. What are we going to do? We are going to add the numbers together, 8 plus 9, which is 17, and we're going to put the variable by its side. Another, we're going to recognize if there is some other term which is a like one, 7y and 3y. We're going to add them, 7y and 3y. Turns out to be 7 plus 3, that is 10, and by its side we're going to put the variable y. Last example for this session is 17x plus 5y has to be added to a binomial 8y minus 5x. So what are we going to do? We're going to recognize the like terms. Are these the like terms? Yes. So 17 minus 5. Now you should ask the question that this is an exercise on addition. How can we subtract? Because when we have to add 17 to 5, we realize that this minus sign is already present, and whenever we have to choose between a plus and a minus, what we need to do is above plus and minus, always minus wins. I've already told you that is a negative thinking is above positive thinking. This is why most of us end up doing mistakes, because we are more influenced by negative thinkers or philosophers. Of course, that's another part. 17 minus 5. So we're going to subtract, because we cannot add plus and minus की लड़ाई हुई तो minus will win. So 17 और minus 5 हो जाएगा, which is 12, and x by its side. 5y and 8y are similar like terms, so we're going to add the numbers 8 and 5 together. It turns out to be 13, and by its side we are going to put the variable. I hope you learned something from this session of addition, as well as subtraction is in the similar way. Try out questions of addition and subtraction and tell me if you've understood. I'll upload this in your group also, and you can also refer others to study this chapter with me. I'll put it the next video on various operations on algebraic terms in the next video. Bye.